So word is spreading this week that Chiwetel Ejiofor is the frontrunner to play the main villain in the next James Bond film. Now there is a lot of pressure on the next Bond villain, mostly because Javier Bardem as Raul Silva in Skyfall was so freaking good, but there is something else at play here. So way back in November of last year, a legal case was settled concerning the use of certain Bond-related characters and storylines. So the dispute was raised by Irish writer Kevin McClory way back in 1959, before any of the films were even made. So even while he collaborated with Ian Fleming, the man who created James Bond, on both the novel and film versions of Thunderball, the ownership of the characters that they worked on together has been in question literally ever since. It even allowed McClory to produce his own Bond film, which was 1983's unofficially unofficial James Bond film Never Say Never Again, which of course saw Sean Connery coming back to the role of 007. Some people say it wasn't a real Bond movie, other people say it was actually better than 1983's Octopussy, which was the Bond movie starring Roger Moore that came out that same year. I think it was just too cheeky and weird and bitter. It felt like an inside joke that I wasn't allowed to laugh at. Like, haha, we're making a James Bond film too, suckers. So when the estate of Kevin McClory settled with Eon Productions late last year, it opened the door for all of these characters and storylines, Never Say Never Again included, to be used in the current Bond franchise. Now, the coolest part about this is that Ernst Stavro Blofeld and his entire criminal organization Spectre are back on the table. Ooh. Blofeld, of course, is widely regarded as Bond's most famous arch nemesis, and of course was the inspiration for Dr. Evil in the Austin Powers movies. So the cool thing about Blofeld in the history of James Bond is that he only appeared in 3 of the novels. He had some mentions in some of the other novels, but largely he kept to what is oddly enough referred to as the Blofeld trilogy. There's Thunderball, the book that started the whole ownership dispute in the first place. Then there's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and also You Only Live Twice. Now in that span, Blofeld wrecks some pretty serious shop. He's behind the whole plan to steal the NATO missiles in Thunderball. He actually murders Bond's wife in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then in You Only Live Twice, Bond is so obsessed with finding Blofeld that he goes to Japan, he tracks him down in Japan, and winds up blowing up the dude's castle, getting amnesia, and settling into a life as a Japanese fisherman. And then the next book in the series, The Man with the Golden Gun, Bond shows up, having been found and brainwashed by Russians and on a mission to assassinate M. Very cool stuff. So, back to Chiwetel Ejiofor. So the producers have the rights back to use Blofeld and Spectre, so what better way to stack the deck in their favor and follow up a great villain like Javier Bardem was in Skyfall by bringing back the most iconic Bond villain of all time, and on top of that, get one of the best actors on the planet to play him while he's clearly on the top of his game. So if you haven't seen Serenity, it is a great movie. You need to go watch it. If you didn't love Firefly, you'll still love Serenity, and just go watch it, and don't give me any of that, well, I didn't watch the show business, because there's only half a season. Just watch both. It won't take you that long. So anyway, in Serenity, Chiwetel's character, known only as the Operative, is an outstanding villain. He's really one of the highlights of the film. He's very cultured, he's extremely intelligent, he's very measured in all of his actions and dialogue, and on top of everything else, the most importantly, he's super scary. He would be a perfect Ernst Stavro Blofeld. Now meanwhile, we've got Skyfall director Sam Mendes, we've got Daniel Craig, we've got writer John Logan, all signed up to do 2 more Bond movies. And they've all said that these 2 are going to build off of what happened in Skyfall, which was kind of a reset more than a reboot, so Bond as a character is ready to go off and run it in a new direction. Which also means they're keeping up some continuity in the Bond universe. Before Quantum of Solace picked up right where Casino Royale left off, there had never been anything like that anywhere in the Bond universe, except for the Blofeld trilogy. Huh? See where I'm going? So, how cool would it be if we got a 2-movie series featuring Blofeld as played by Chiwetel Ejiofor that wraps up Daniel Craig's run as 007 with something along the lines of what happened in the book You Only Live Twice. You got Bond is bloodied and bruised and broken and used up, and he's finally defeated his arch nemesis and he can't even remember it. And then you cast a new Bond and start his tenure as 007, while Spectre is putting the pieces back together and rising to power after Blofeld's been killed. That'd be cool, right? To be perfectly honest, I'm just stupid giddy thinking about it. I might have a slight fascination with James Bond. I probably could have led with that as sort of a warning. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is Chiwetel Ejiofor going to make a great Ernst Stavro Blofeld? Or am I jumping the gun completely because there still haven't even been official talks with him? Actually, Strike that. Don't answer that question. I don't want to know. I want to stay excited. Leave a comment down below, click like, subscribe, and come back next time for more movie news on CineFix Now. He was the anti-Mal, which was so good.
He was like this samurai CIA, like...
You're getting nervous
reciting.
just thinking about it.